Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am a Dragon Ball fan, you know what I mean? And you know what that means? I'm very close-minded, you know what I mean? I'm very close-minded and I don't watch many shows, you know what I mean? Do you want to know what I actually watch in my free time? YouTube videos, like whatever comes up, and TikTok. And the Instagram reels that my friend spams me with. We all have a friend like that. Because things are just so dry for the month of April, I believe you guys told me that Golden Week is going to be very interesting for the end of this month, but it's not the end of the month yet, so like it's very boring. I'm very bored and I'm at my wit's end as far as videos go for the first time in months. I'm not gonna lie, usually this doesn't happen. I'm very bored. I was watching someone react to Bleach openings last night and I was thinking to myself, this looks like so much fun, you know, and people ask me to react to like anime stuff all the time, but my answer is always the same: no, because copyright, bro. People are on me, bro. For some reason, companies are always on my case way more than everyone else, and I don't really understand why. It always feels like I'm getting targeted for whatever reason. So I always don't do that. My answer is always, if it's copyrighted, if it's from an anime or a show or a series and not a game, I'm not doing it. And technically that's still true today. Basically, what we're doing, I'm not the biggest anime guy in the world. I have watched quite a few by this point actually, but like still not that much, and you know, it's not really my go-to thing to watch. What we're doing today, I asked my chat. Make sure you guys come to the Twitch stream at 030XT for live and early unedited reactions, you feel me? I asked them to give me a bunch of like openings to watch. I'm gonna watch them. It doesn't matter if it's one that I've seen or I haven't seen. Most of these I haven't seen though. I'm gonna rank it on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as how good I think it is. And then I'm going to guess what the show is about. I'm gonna try and guess what's going on, whether that's character dynamics, plot points, all of that. You guys can let me know if I'm right or wrong, because let's be real, I don't know how likely it is I'm going to watch these. And at the end, I'm going to rank them on this tier list based on like how interested I am in the show. Now, I'm going to warn you, I'm so close-minded. The only things I like and that I watch normally are action and comedy, because I think those are the two best genres for anything ever, right? I like laughing and I like seeing cool things happen, which is why I love Dragon Ball so much. Dragon Ball is my favorite franchise of all time, and it will be forever. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like it's been too long at this point. Like, it's gonna stay that way. But like, you know, say and mystery and romance. No, mystery isn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. You guys put me onto Persona 4, which by the way, that is actually here. As far as you guys on YouTube goes, I did mean it when I said that I don't want to deal with copyright. So, as lame as this is gonna be, if you want to watch my actual reaction to the openings, you can watch the Twitch VOD, you know what I mean? And I might even post it on the VOD channel if I'm allowed to. I don't know about that though. Bare minimum, it will be on the Twitch stream, so make sure you guys go check the link in the description if you want to see that. This video is mainly I'm probably gonna cut out my actual reaction. Maybe I'll splice in bits here and there if it's that deep. Just so you know, I'm too scared, bro. I promise you these companies are on my case way more than everyone else. I promise you. If I actually did attempt to react to one of these openings and put it on YouTube, I'd be gone. I'd be Thanos snapped. I think all the pretenses are out of the way. Yeah, let's just begin. I'm excited. So first one, we have Apothecary Diaries, the most recent opening. So what happened was, remember how I told you I only like action and comedy? To be fair, there is comedy in this. And I do like the comedy in it. I do think it's funny at least. Not all the jokes land, but enough of them do. Basically, what happened was, it was Ramadan like a while ago, right? So I don't like sleeping and then waking up to eat and then going back to sleep. I don't like doing that. So what I did was, as I decided to stay awake like until like 3 a.m. I'm just sitting there for 3 hours in bed doing nothing. So I was like, okay, let me like read the Moro arc, or like, let me reread a certain Bleach fight that I remember liking or something, right? As I was done reading the Bleach fight, I went to the front of the page on my website that I definitely pay for, and I saw Apothecary Diaries there, and I was like, why does that sound familiar? It turns out I remember seeing a tweet months ago saying that the author for it got done in for tax evasion, and I thought, whoa, that's gangster. I remember Neymar doing the same thing years ago, so I was like, that's kind of cool. And I was like, you know what? The art looked good. Why not? Let's just do one chapter. One chapter became 2 chapters. 2 chapters became 5. 5 became 20. Now here I am, all caught up on chapter 79. I think the current arc is the most interesting the story has ever been by far. They're going to surpass the manga and actually finish this current arc. I don't know if that's true or not. Let me know. That's what I've already seen this one, but let's watch it. We're starting off with this one because after this, I want to have something I can talk about by myself. Soifon's Shikai, what from Bleach? How do you guys watch this? There's no Goku. I know, but that was my biggest critique. Oh, they put the ice cream at the end. I didn't even realize that. Now, that one I've already seen. In my mind, anime is like the Dragon Ball Z genre. Like, as far as... That's gonna sound kind of weird, but like, do you get what I mean? There's no Guna stuff in that, by the way. If there was Guna... You know how much I hate that stuff? Like, there's no Guna stuff in here. It's like anything Dragon Ball Z adjacent or like similar to it. That's why I think anime is in my head. So when I watched it, when I read this and then eventually watched it after, it didn't click for me at the start. But as I went along with it, I liked it. But you know, spoiler warning here. It's like a half spoiler warning. You know what I mean? It's spoilers, but also not. This is a shot from the ending, right? So in season 2, this character shows up, right? And like, I was already skeptical of this character because I was like, why are you here? You don't really add that much. Like, it's cool giving the main character another friend and like they have like a trio of friendship or whatever. But I don't care. Like, I didn't care about that because I was thinking to myself, why? You know what I mean? Why are you here? And then later on, a plot twist happens and it's like, oh, okay. The second plot twist happens like pretty closely right after, and which ties back to a character that was introduced in season 1. And I was like, oh, that is clever. The first twist was kind of obvious. The second one, I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. That was actually really cool and really dope. And it makes me wonder, because obviously I need to wait for the anime to catch up and surpass that moment. So I don't know what's going to happen with this character. The way that this character speaks and the way that everyone from that clan acts, they talk in a way where it's like they don't think they're gonna live long or something like that, or like, but people don't really die in this show, so it's like, are they really gonna go that far? And like, this ending, it's like a common thing, I feel like, where it's like, if characters are shown to be too happy together, you already know something's gonna go bad. And I noticed here, like, in this, you see how these two are closer together and there's like a bit of distance between them and her? The two on the left look at each other and smile, and then there's a bit of a delay, and then this one smiles, and then she looks back at her. It's like these subtle things, you know what I mean? Where it's like, clearly she's not the same, and there is a distance there, and it's like, something tells me the friendship's going out the window by the time this season is over. Now, I don't know. Apparently this is all based on like a novel, so technically people know what happens. I don't want you to spoil it for me, but like, let me know what you think in like a non-spoiler way. Yeah, I'm really curious about this character. I really want to know what's gonna happen. But unfortunately, there isn't really a way for me to know because I don't want to read. I don't want to read a novel because I'm a Dragon Ball fan. So yeah, I'll give this opening like a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. The song is really good. I really like it, but it misses 2 points on the visuals for me because I don't like how the masks look. I gotta be honest. They look very uncanny. They kind of feel a bit overly detailed, and they don't really feel like they fit the rest of what the show looks like. I like the song, you know what I mean? And I like how it's showing moments from season 1 and a bit of season 2, like from certain characters' perspectives. I believe it's 3 people in particular. I don't know anything about Fairy Tail. I know it's I feel like this used to be a lot more popular back in the day. I don't know how popular this is nowadays. I feel like less people talk about it now. I don't know anything about it besides the fact that it's a very like fan servicey show. And I don't like stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie. I find that jarring. Like, I really don't like it. Fairy Tail got some Guna moments, I'm gonna lie. That's exactly the kind of thing where it's like, I will absolutely not watch something like this. But like, you know, people are really big fans of it and apparently it's lit, but like, I don't know. Let's watch it though. Is Fairy Tail over? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know what this show is about. That was actually mad difficult. You said 100-year quest is still going? Really? What could this be about? Okay, I know that like I know these 2 characters are the main ones. As someone who's read and watched all the Fairy Tail, it's like fast food, got some sus moments, writing kind of arse, but the OST's hit. Fair, okay. The medieval fantasy, that's what it looks like. Okay. I'm gonna guess, because I don't even know what the characters would like want. It's like, what is there like a goal? Is there like it's just the story of these people's lives, you know what I mean? And you just see what I want. There's a lot of scrapping, obviously. I can't even tell what they're fighting for. I don't even know. Okay, I'm giving this one a 6 out of 10 personally. I feel like the visuals are good. The song is just okay to me. I feel like I wanted the beat drop to be kind of crazier, but like, it was still good. And you know what the difficult part is? This one is opening 15. Because they're so far along in the story, it's probably a lot more difficult for me to understand what's going on. They compete in a tournament for X reason. It seems like, you know, everyone's got their own reason to win it. I don't know what the reward for winning this tournament could possibly be. This character seems like he had a better life prior, you know what I mean? I don't know, he on some vengeance. People really want me to play Naruto Storm, and like, I could see myself doing a sub goal for this at some point, doing a playthrough of this. It's actually very likely. And I've said it before, I think if I grew up with this, maybe I would be a fan of it. But I feel like I kind of missed the time to be a fan of this. Now you might think, oh, that's you're chatting rubbish, bro. Anyone could be a fan of it, and you're probably right. The character designs in this show look really dope. I won't lie. Wait. Oh, I like. Okay, that's hard. That's hard. This looks so. I can't lie. That look hard. Like. That looks so tough. That was good. That's a 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna say it right now. I don't know how many 10 out of 10s we're gonna get, so I don't mind giving one out so early. Especially considering how, like I said, I'm very selective, right? I'm very picky. I don't mind giving a 10 out of 10 right now. Phenomenal. I really like that one. I love the character designs. I think Madara Uchiha, right? Tough. I believe that character at the end is called Obito. I know Naruto, Sasuke, you know what I mean? I know all of them, man. I believe it was explained to me before, just because they have that name, that surname does not mean that they're part of the same family, I believe. Madara's not like Sasuke's dad or nothing. Like, I know that. I think Naz told me, like, it's a clan name. It's not a family name, it's a clan name. This seems to be in the middle of a war. Like, this, to me, this is prime, like, war arc, bro. Which is, like, you know, the 1,000-year Blood War equivalent for Naruto. This is what that seems to be like for me. I really like the scenes here of him, like, transitioning between, like, different stages of man's life. You know what I mean? Hentai fan, what the heck? I beg you unfollow me. It was a dare, don't mind it. What was your name before? Michael? How do you go from that to Michael? I can't lie, that is hilarious. The most like normal name you could get, and then it changed to that. What kind of dare was it? Hey, comment down below if your name Michael. Every Michael is a gooner, bro. From now, bro should have fought harder not to lose. That's what I'm saying, bro. Oh my days. But yeah, I imagine this is a war arc. I imagine like this is like, and the thing, if 1,000-year Blood War is anything to go by, that's the moment, that's the time where it's like this is the moment, this is the part in the story where like everyone's got to get their big final moment before the series is over. So I imagine this is where all the litness is happening. You know, Madara seems like he's got bare battle damage on him. He's scrapping, you know what I mean? I know this Obito guy. Again, these forms look very nice, and I imagine it seems like this in this moment here, I don't know, maybe he sees like his brethrens in Naruto, and he's like gonna become a good guy. But I imagine it's one of them ones where like he can't stick around in the story because he's too strong or something, so he's gonna die after he becomes a good guy, you know? I imagine that's how it's gonna go. This is what this reminds me of. Yeah, you know what? This face right here, that makes it pretty obvious. I feel like this is he's a bad guy, but then this section of the war, maybe it's not the end of the war, but maybe it's like wrapping it up. This character's gonna be leaving the story, you know what I mean? I imagine he's gonna see his friends in Naruto and be like, you know what, let me stop. I'm gonna become good before I die, type shit. And yeah, that's what that looks like to me. Actually, this is Kakashi, right? Like, I know this guy. I don't know why he has one eye. If this is Obito, because it seems like they got the same trim. Well, then again, Naruto's got the same trim, but like, wait, and the other guy has the same trim. What? Yeah, he's got the same trim. Okay, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not him. I don't know. Why has no one punched someone yet? Chat, what's the English name of this? Oh, I really like how they loop it back to this scene. That's very nice. I like that. That's very artsy. The show's called Erased in English. It's a murder mystery. Oh, okay. So, okay, you know what? It being a murder mystery is like a good hint as to what I can try and say. He's a student, and like his childhood friends get killed or something. They get emmed off, and like my man over here, he's trying to like find out who the killer was. But it's like maybe that same killer is like trying to kill his current friends now too, to try and be like, bro, you know what I mean, get off my case. And he's like slowly going and saying, he's like, bro, I gotta see, I gotta evaluate the tapes, I gotta check the VAR, I gotta see like what clues are at my disposal. You know what I mean? Are my current friends really my friends? You know what I mean? Are they trying to home me? I don't know how close I am. Chat saying I'm cooking. It said Zero did it. Man, no, I didn't. I don't even know the show. I imagined it, like, the girl that died is like, maybe that's the death that affected him the most. I don't know if there's any powers involved. Maybe the water was more like a metaphorical and not very literal. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if they have powers in this show. Oh, wait, no, they do have powers. Because, and you know how I know? Is this like a metaphorical depiction of the Grim Reaper? Or is this literal? I'm going to assume it's literal because anime likes to be very extra. So I imagine they do have powers to an extent. I don't know. 7 out of 10 is what I'm giving it though. I like this one. This one's good. This one's good. I've never heard of Erased. I've got a friend who's really into this. I believe he told me this is not based on a manga, I believe. This is like its own thing. Oh, the only thing I know about this show, by the way, I don't know what it's about. I don't remember how I came across this scene. Is there some goonery in this show, bro? Because there's like a scene of like a girl, I don't want to say it, but like doing something, right, to herself. I asked my friend, like, is it what I think it is? And he said, yes, it's what you think it is. And apparently, like, he told me, like, apparently the scene that it's in is mad random anyway. Like, apparently the moment happens out of nowhere too. So it's like, he said there's no gooning. Oh, seems like there is. I don't know the show, innit? So like, I'm not saying it's a gooner show. I'm saying it seems like someone literally was gooning in a scene. I don't know. It seems like you guys don't know what I'm talking about. So maybe I'm talking about something else. I think he's thinking about Evangelion. I know what you're talking about. That's another show. Oh, so it's not Code Geass. Wait, that's where it was. What? Oh, one more thing. I know the show's about robots. Yeah, that's it. I know there's robots. Are these the same people that did Hero from Battle of Gods? Hey, that's the best Dragon Ball song ever made. So like, you're in a show where you can drive a robot and you jump on a horse. These guys need to hit the gym. They got slim builds. I can't talk, but like, you know, I guess. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, by the way. You know what? I don't really like how the characters look, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the character designs, I don't really like that much. I've got to be honest. Is this him, like, before he gets powers or something? This is the most anime-looking anime I've ever seen in my life. Does that make sense? Like, it's very anime-looking. It's kind of a little bit too much for me. So, I know Lelouch's the main character. I don't know what they're fighting for. They quite literally have a Yu-Gi-Oh character right here. So, are these, like, rival schools? JoJo's. Okay, this show is far too popular, bro. Like, people been trying to get me to watch this for way too long, man. I don't know how I feel about it being all CG. It's a very distinct look. Like, nothing else looks like it. Can't lie, those last 10 seconds were tough. Like, the song became lit. Like, I like the manga panels being animated in real time. Like, that was really cool. The show doesn't look like this, just the opening. Okay. I'll say 6 because it's very interesting and unique. Nothing else looks like it, so I'll give it points for that. And the song got better at the end, but for the most part, I wasn't too crazy about it. Main villain cast aside his humanity and became a vampire. That's Dio, right? That's Dio, innit? All I know about him is like he's a hater, and like I believe people told me I think it was you guys, right? Didn't we have this conversation on stream? JoJo's is like, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh in a sense of like the main character, like the main cast changes with each season. Like it's about something different. JoJo, there's no actual guy called JoJo. It's like a lineage. It's like a family, innit? And like what, this Dio guy's got beef with the whole bloodline for whatever reason. I don't know why. My only question would be, why does Dio keep coming back, but then the JoJo's don't keep coming back? Why do they have to get a different one each time? I don't know what the powers are. I've heard the word stand before. I guess that's what they call their like persona looking thing. Not to make the joke again, because I'm being genuine when I say this. Like, it does look like it's a little bit too much for me. You remember what I said about me being picky? Like, I don't really like when things are a little bit too exaggerated. But like, I don't like when stuff is like too much. I feel like this is too much to me. When something is that popular, it has to be good enough to an extent, right? I think it comes down to, am I gonna be able to like deal with what it looks like and like put up with the potential weird stuff that's gonna be in it? Because you can't name it Bizarre Adventure and then it's gonna be like the most mundane thing in the world. That's just not gonna happen. Regardless of any jokes I make about the name, it's gonna be weird to an extent. And I don't really, it's like, do I have a tolerance for that? I don't know. A regular show? I actually love regular show, which is gonna go against my opinion, but you know, I gotta be honest right away. I think the main character looked ugly as hell. In fact, I think all the characters in this show look ugly as hell. I don't like how none of the characters look. However, the animation bangs. I've seen a fight scene from this. The animation is lit. Oh, he's on drugs. A lot of visual info there. There was definitely, you know what it is? They showed a lot, but it's like, when it comes to actually like trying to understand what it's about, nah, I didn't really get that. How am I gonna predict what this show's about? So, it's about this guy. I believe, I'm gonna assume the main character's name is actually a mob as well. He's got psychic powers. All right, cool. He goes school. I don't know if it's just the art style, yeah, because everyone looks like this, but I feel like maybe he's a bit, is he maybe a bit aloof? You know what I mean? Isn't the most sociable. They showed that guy in the suit quite prevalently. I would say he's the second most prevalent character. This guy right here. The shrooms are, you know what? Whoever made this was on shrooms, I guess. This thing shows up a lot. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be. Surprisingly looks cool. I can't lie, he looked cool like this. I don't know what that's actually meant to make me think. Main guy has psychic powers. If he goes to 100%, he's the strongest. So that's the significance behind the opening being 99%. He's like bordering on the fact that his power is gonna go berserk or something, right? So it's the way his power system works based on percentages or something. The main thing about mob is that he's supposed to be unremarkable in every way. In Japan, someone who's a mob is considered to be an NPC essentially. I don't think that's just a Japanese thing. I've heard that term before. You're part of the faceless mob, you know what I mean? I feel like this is a global thing. He is unremarkable on the surface, but he has more power than anyone. Like, is that the thing about him? And like maybe the guy in the tuxedo, maybe the businessman knows that and like takes him under his wing or something. Like they get into some madness. His power is affected by emotions. Does that mean that like he goes from being very like distant and like aloof to like maybe understanding companionship a little bit more and like getting friends, and like when then friends are put in danger, like that's when his power starts to spike, and that's what reveals how strong he is? Is that what the story is going to be like? I'll go with that because I can't think of anything better. Not aloof but apathetic. Oh, okay, I see, okay. Again, I'll give the opening a 5 out of 10. I don't really rock with it, but like the explanation of what the show is makes me think that this is a lot more interesting. So, you know, don't take that 5 out of 10 too seriously. I think I had more fun discussing the show than actually watching that opening, I'm not gonna lie. Remember what I said about Mob Psycho? Like its character designs? Why is it so epic all of a sudden? It's very heavy, it's very cinematic. Okay, what is that eye thing, bro? This unknown looking thing? I don't know what that is. Cool. I'll tell you this from now. Opening 8 out of 10. It's actually really good. I'm not gonna lie. Character designs and all that, I hate it. I do not like how it looks. I don't like how any one of this show looks actually from that. As far as what I think the show's about, I'll go with this guy takes up the mantle of being king. However, his subjects, the denizens of his yard, do not like him because he's very, I mean, fucking look at him. You know what I mean? Like, look at him. Do you really want that to serve? Like, do you really want to serve that? You know what I mean? So maybe it's like a coming of age story or something where it's like he's got to be like, yo, I'm gonna prove that I'm like the guy who should be able to run this thing. And maybe it's like as the show goes on, it's like more and more people understand, wait, this guy is a capable leader. You know what I mean? And maybe it's a story of just like, don't judge a book by its cover, which is exactly what I'm doing. Ooh, we finally got to one that I watched. So Naz made me watch this. He came to my yard to help me sell a PlayStation 4, and then he was like, yo, can we watch like a show real quick? And I was like, all right. He put on Solo Leveling, and yeah, I watch it now. I wasn't interested in watching it. He made me watch it, and I was like, all right, cool, Senan. It's cool, you know what I mean? I can't tell you no one else's name besides Sung Jin-woo. I watch it in dub. I haven't even finished the show yet, actually. Shows like this definitely have a place. I don't quite understand the people that criticize people for liking shows like this, because it's like it's not everyday intellectual. It's not everyday English literature exam. You know what I mean? People watch things because they just want to have fun and enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? There's plenty of shows where I want to turn my brain off and enjoy it. I think shows like Solo Leveling definitely have a place in entertainment. If they didn't, they wouldn't be popular. You just have to accept that. Do I have an attachment to this show? Hell no. I guarantee you, by the time I finish season 2, give me like 2 weeks, I'm not gonna remember none of what I watched. But for the time I watched it, great time. I think it's perfectly fine. I do not remember the openings though. I don't remember the first one or the second one because I skipped them. And yeah, I know that this show is Korean. It's a manhwa adaptation. Ooh! Oh yeah, nah, it got lit. It got way better. I don't know what to rank it, bro. It's between a 7 or an 8. It's between a 7 or an 8 for me. I feel like the beginning is arse. Like, I did not like it. But then when Lisa's the name of the singer, right? Carried. I'm not gonna lie, carried. Oh my goodness, your back is hurting. I already said everything I have to say about this, so like that's what I'm gonna say. I said everything I wanted to at the beginning. The song is like a 7 or an 8. Ugh, I gotta watch this in 60 FPS, bro. Wait, if I drop it to 40, can I change? People want me to watch this really bad because apparently this is like mad funny. That is a really easy way to make me watch something. Just tell me it's funny. Can we stop the whole like dub versus sub thing when it comes to like anime specifically? I understand the whole thing of like you want to watch it in the language it's from. I'm literally watching Three Kingdoms right now. That's Chinese. But like, bro, what is this obsession people have with like making fun of English, bro? Why you hate the language you speak so bad? If I can watch the dub for something, I do. I'm quite literally I watch Apothecary in dub, which is why I'm behind. I watch Solo Leveling in dub, which is why I'm behind. Like, I genuinely don't care. I watch Bleach in both. I think Dragon Ball sounds amazing in dub and sub. You can literally go with either one. I don't care which one you watch for Dragon Ball. They're both amazing. I do prefer the dub for Dragon Ball. I do prefer it, but the Japanese is phenomenal. Didn't touch down until the dub came out, and that's perfectly fine. That's literally perfectly fine. It's because some people cringe at anime characters that speak their own language. I will say anime is very corny in a lot of moments. Like, you just have to accept that. Come on. Like, I'm not saying that as an insult, you know what I mean? Please, come on. Understand me. At least make an attempt to. So I feel like when you hear these anime characters don't talk like real people. So when you hear it in English, a language that you're familiar with, you fully comprehend how someone who speaks English is supposed to talk. So when they talk in their like anime way, it doesn't translate correctly. I feel like over time shows have gotten better. Also, this is something I realized because it happened in Apothecary too. Why do so many anime characters love saying I'm built different now? I can't remember. I don't think Apothecary's the show I heard it in, but I've seen a lot of clips online of like anime characters saying I'm built different. Why is that phrase so popular? No one says that in real life. Well, at least no one I've talked to. Yeah, that's just a little thing. It doesn't matter. I feel like, especially for jokes, I prefer English dub. It's rare for me to laugh at a joke said in a different language. Dragon Ball makes me laugh, but that's because I'm attached to the characters, I guess. It's kind of cheating. Daima, quite literally, episode 19, the greatest joke in all of Dragon Ball. That was in sub, actually, where I watched it. They haven't even dubbed the funniest joke in all of Dragon Ball yet. So, like, you know, that's an exception. But, like, generally speaking, I also prefer jokes in English way more. When I talk about things that I don't fully understand, comprehend, and I'm not educated on, don't get too mad, alright? Because then, bro, I have nothing to say to you back. Like, if you start chatting shit to me, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna ignore you. But, like, obviously you can have your own preference. This debate will go on forever. Luckily, I do think it's actually gone down over the years. I feel like more and more people just do whatever they want, which is how it should be. But yeah, I would like to know your thoughts. But yeah, to me, I think it's a very non-discussion. But yeah, I don't mind JP English or Spanish. Cell getting hit by Final Flash in Spanish is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. If you guys haven't seen Cell getting hit by Final Flash in Spanish, please go do that. Ooh, I love this aesthetic. Like the black and then the complementary color. I don't love it. I'm not gonna lie. Visually, I'm not gonna critique it too much. The 60 FPS made it worse. I don't really like this that much. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give it like a 5, unfortunately. The song to me is okay. It's okay. I don't love it though either. The beginning is really cool though. Like aesthetically, very nice. However, I don't really like this that much. Like, I'm not gonna let my bias for the fact that I enjoyed the game get in the way. I'm not gonna spend any time on this because you already know my opinion on Persona 4. YouTube, let's get to ranking. First things first, Code Geass. I'll say I don't know because I've heard this really good and I've got a friend that loves it. Having someone to talk about a show with makes the show better and more enticing. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put it up to I'm interested because I imagine a lot of these are gonna go down here. So like, I'll put it in I'm interested because it's like, I mean, it looked cool. The song was really nice. Ranking of Kings, absolutely not. Sorry. It's just not gonna happen. Solo Leveling, I'm there because I'm already watching it. WNAS, I guess. I'm gonna put in I'm interested because I am. It's kind of cheating because I feel like I'm too late. Like, I don't really have the time to watch like a long show like that no more. But my way around it is the fact that people want me to react to Naruto Storm and potentially do a playthrough. So it's like, if we reach our sub goal whenever I decide to set it, and the videos do well, technically I will experience the whole of Naruto. So we'll put that in. I'm interested for now. And that opening was like the best one we watched today. By the way, I apologize for how nasally I've been sounding. Ooh, the video, by the way. I can't really do anything. I'm sick. I'm so sorry, bro. I just cannot see myself watching it. Like, I think it's so unlikely despite the fact that so many people want it. I'll put it here because you never know. So I'm never going to be like, ooh, okay, for Ranking of Kings, you absolutely know. You absolutely know I'm not watching that. JoJo's has a better chance. So, like, you know, lots of people I know have watched it. So many of you want me to watch it. And I know that the show is popular and it's probably lit. Doesn't look like something I would enjoy. So, like, I really doubt I would watch it. But I'm not going to put it absolutely not. But yeah, I know that's probably going to upset people, but it is what it is. I just have to be honest. The thing is, like, this doesn't mean that I'll never watch it. It just means it's unlikely, that's all. But I've been telling you it's unlikely. Apothecary, I mean, I'm there already. I already yapped about this, so I'm not going to waste my time. If anything, I'm just kind of shocked that I even liked it at all. Like, this is the most out of character thing of all time. Hopefully that never happens again, by the way. Hopefully I'm a lot more on brand with myself, the way I carry myself, you know what I mean? Anomaly, it's an anomaly, you know what I mean? Apothecary anomaly. Fairy Tail, no. Mob Psycho, no. Because I don't like how it looks. Animation looked tough, and the idea, like, when he gets to 100%, he does kind of look cool, so maybe there's some potential aura. I'll put it in there. Thing about JoJo's, each part feels different from each other. You'll never get bored of it. Okay, that's good to know. That's a good thing. That actually helps JoJo, to be fair. Erased? I don't know. That one is like, we could go either way. I can't lie. If I were to watch it, but you did say it's only 12 episodes, right? The bar for entry is like as low as it could possibly be. If you post that video on YouTube, comments are gonna cook you for the JoJo placement. I mean, if they do, that's fair. Like, you're allowed to disagree with me. Like, I don't mind. I'm interested because I already like the story, and like you guys said that this show is very funny. Out of all of these shows, Persona 4 is the most likely to get watched. If this ends up going on YouTube, I would like to know what you thought about it. There's a lot of room for people getting angry at this and all that. I just gotta accept, bro. Anime fans are just like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I said some disagreeable things, and I apologize for that, but like, I can't help it. I'm just being myself, you know what I mean? I wasn't made to appeal to everyone, so like, I'm not gonna try. Maybe you got an interest in any of these shows. If you wanna try and sell me on a show that I'm not interested in or any of these, go ahead. You know what I mean? I would, cool. You never know. You could easily. I've had my opinion changed on things in videos before because comments articulated themselves well. It's very feasible. Like, I'm not one of them people where it's like, I just talk and then that's it. You know what I mean? I don't do that. I like to see what I go on with other people. I think that's valuable. Like, I don't think there's any use in like me just chatting and then just throwing it into the void and then people like say something and I ignore it. I don't think that's not good. That doesn't help no one. Have a great rest of the day. Take care. If this video does well enough, and you want this again, comment down below what you want, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Stay safe. Goodbye, my people. Appreciate you.